Game on, everybody! Alrighty, we have Sonik going up against P1nke. And yes, Nightelf versus Orc, Twisted Meadows. A little bit of Reforged action as our Orc starts at the bottom left of the map and cross-positioned on the top right. We have the Nightelf player. Okay, more tree hugging as we already have the Wisps coming in. So let's see if Sonik is going to be able to advance to the next round of the Ryzing Cup. We're in tournament number 10 right now. And yeah, it should be fun. And with Reforged, obviously, a couple of things have changed. The one thing that I really picked up on in the first game that I casted here is like all these birds flying around. I mean, look at this shit. Like, they are everywhere. It's the attack of the crows here. There's so much chicken on this map right now. KFC would have a fun time here. Why go for a chicken farm if you can simply harvest all of those thingies? It's insane, honestly. So the Ancient of War gets already built towards the camp over here so that he can get some early experience with the help of, well, traditionally one archer and then the hero. But yeah, it's the bird attack, man. It's like birds everywhere. It's insane. There should honestly be something in the settings where you can just toggle the birds. Turn off the birds. There's too many. So the Wisp is already flying around here, and of course we have a bit of scouting going on from the PN2. Both of the players quite eager to find out where exactly the opponent spawns. You always want to know if they're close position or what exactly is going on with that. But as it happens, there's already our Ancient of War. First Archer is being produced, and up to the left, the Gnoll Wardens are in play. So yeah, as a hero, we're currently getting the Demon Hunter again, so there's going to be a lot of mana burn. That Farsi on the other side is not going to be too happy about that, I can already tell you that much. And down here, it's Farsi time, baby. It's also time to get the Voodoo launch in place, that once he starts with the creeping, he's going to have some action here. Yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like Reforged is still not perfectly optimized. Maybe I should have scratched perfectly from that sentence. But one of the things that I find very strange is that every single time a hero actually enters the game, there are these mini lags that we have. And that's pretty interesting to say the least. You probably noticed it already a second ago, but we're gonna have the same thing once the second hero is coming into the game, so yeah. But at this point we have already the creep going on, but look at that Farseer. Okay, Action Jackson. We're gonna have a bit of aggression here from our Farseer, the Orc player, trying to drop a few of those creeps as well, but didn't get any of the experience just yet. But the one thing that he's definitely getting is one mana burner after another, right between the eyes, baby. Yep, that Demon Hunter, fairly aggressive here. The Wolf's not really doing anything for the Farseer yet either, but obviously playing Ring Around the Rosies about the Grunt and the Wolf will eventually cost the Demon Hunter quite a lot of hit points. But Farseer is going to try and get away here. There's a little bit of scouting going on in the main base while we see all of that harass happen. The Great Hall Tech has already started. And the Orc is trying to be a little bit aggressive at this point. Now there's still only the Tree of Life in play, so we don't see the tech into tier 2 just yet from Sonik. P1nke instead is trying to take some of those Wisps down, but as usual you have that gold mine play that pretty much every Nightelf player has to learn right from the get-go if he wants to keep his Wisps safe, which is exactly what he's attempting to do here. And talking about the Nightelf, the Demon Hunter is already on the way to the shop, has a Circlet of Nobility in the inventory, so that's always nice, and gets also the boots. Boots of Speed already in, and with that we are gonna see if he can actually use that to hunt down the Farseer a little bit, because that bad boy doesn't have boots. Would also be a little bit weird if you think about it, because at the same time, if you just like consider for a second, the guy is riding a wolf, okay? If you try and get boots for him, then at least you have to buy 4. And if it's pairs of boots, then you have to buy 2. Like, I don't care, but that just is weird. Yeah, the hunts are in now as well, so we currently have a little bit of hunt action as Sonik is getting some tier 1 units in. Yeah, there's already a quick Dust of Appearance being used, so at least some kills are in. Bit of body blocking also. Skull of Speed has been used to turn that Grunt into the Flash. But you can't really run away from a hunt. That's one of the things that you also learn early on in WarCraft 3. Hunts are pretty quick. It's pretty tricky to run away from them. So that Grunt is just going to try and suicide into the creeps here. With success, I might add. And then also attempt to ensure that there's no experience for the Demon Hunter. And in an ideal world, you bait those hunters in deep enough that they are getting attacked as well. I Guys, I really can't believe that nobody has commented on the birds yet. It's like, look at this! They are everywhere! Oh, the birds are the 5th race in Warcraft 3. Finally, the secret has been revealed. Okay. It's a hint. It's a hint. It's an Easter egg. But yeah, the Demon Hunter on level 2 now, and Sonik is obviously currently dominating the map already a little bit. If you invest early on into a lot of tier 1 units as a Nightelf, you usually have a very good shot at that. But now the Tree of Life tech nearly completed. We're going to see second heroes coming in very soon. At the same time, the Orc player has already started to train his Shadow Hunter. It's going to help him a little bit. But once that we have the Demon Hunter on level 3, he's obviously... Yeah, you see? Hero comes out, Panda in this case, and immediately like, game has to recalibrate a little bit to adjust for the shift in power levels. It's a little bit like, in that sense, Warcraft 3 is a little bit like Star Wars if you think about it. There is a shift in the Force. The Force trembles, and that's when also the game trembles a little bit, or stops to tremble. But all those mana burns, especially when the Demon Hunter hits level 3 at some point, are definitely going to be a bit of an issue. Claws of Attack in the inventory now, all the way up to the top left with the help of the earlier Ancient of War. We now see more creeping going on. The Rock Golem on level 6 is about to go down. And that means that the Brewmaster is going to get some extra experience. Drops onto level 2. And Wand of Mana Stealing. Alright. As if it's not already bad enough that you have a Demon Hunter against you that burns your ass 6 days to Sunday. Now you also have a Pandaren Brewmaster who pretty much does the same thing with an item. It's actually a little bit weird. But here, P1nke, the Orc player, is trying to creep, and Sonik doesn't like that. Sonik looks at this and says like, my creeps, get your own. So he's trying to steal everything away here. And that Farseer is still on level 1, I might add. Well, we have the Demon Hunter on level 2.5, but that was a fantastic move against the Demon Hunter, and that's a kill. Nicely done. Great timing, gets the Hex through, gets the kill in, and Sonik just overstepping slightly in that particular situation. So nicely done here. Okay, so with that said, we currently still see the attacks towards the grunts. There's obviously still the Panda to account for, and the Demon Hunter is at this point also back into business, or soon enough at least. Panda right now, 31 supply by the way on the side of Sonik. We have 40 for P1nke, so he's actually a little bit ahead of his opponent. Yep, right now Demon Hunter gets revived.
A player's forces are under attack.
Thank you very much for letting me know. So players' forces are getting attacked, as you can see. And Dryads are a little bit annoying, because with all of them just like jumping in and slowing down those grunts, that's always a huge problem. Dryads are really annoying. I mean, if you play Heroes of the Storm, Lunara, even if you take her down with a little bit of focus fire, she is really annoying. And the same applies in Warcraft 3. If you actually focus fire those beasts, the Dryads, they fall like crazy. But they are also incredibly annoying, especially if you have a problem there. And, well, let's see. For now, we actually have Headhunters in play. And Headhunters with this particular setup right now, without a Tauren Chieftain, I might add, demand also a little bit of a block up at the front, and that's where we have the Ogre Mauler. Who says that Shogal isn't in Warcraft 3, huh? Right there he is. And that already bodes not really all too well for the Orc player. Still waiting, by the way, for the Nightelf's first hero. So, yep, here we go. Sonik is going to get that back in just a second. And we have, with that, entire map control that goes to the blue team, or the blue player, for just a second. Him in a bit of an advantageous position now too. So as we jump in, we have our complete forces set up again. By now Sonik is in 45 supply, P1nke is in 46, so they're pretty even when it comes to that. Very few extra items on both players, by the way, I might add. So technically it's still the Demon Hunter that is equipped the best here for battle. But since both of them are nearly on level 3, but not quite, I'm pretty sure that Sonik would love to just creep a few more camps before he makes any moves here. We have no attack upgrades or armor upgrades on the Nightelf player, neither do we have any on the Orc. So both of them still without. And off we go to a potential battle here, as both of them are just posturing around a little bit. Nobody really wants to make the first move here. And it just seems like the Demon Hunter wants to maybe get access to that shop as well. Going, of course, for those mana burns again, if he can get close enough. In the main base, in the meantime, still tier 2. Obviously, getting some of those raiders in. And that allows you to force a fight whenever you really want to, and the focus fire is immediate, and that piercing damage against the unarmored units is doing a fantastic job here. But also the Breath of Fire from the Brewmaster is doing some work, and the raiders are falling. Focused fire by the Dryads, and with all those slows, you just can't escape that shit. So now that the Hunters are being focused down slowly but steadily, the heroes really have to pull through, and the Brewmaster has just hit level 3. Is running slowly out of mana, but should still have enough to be at least a bit annoying here. Level up for the Shadow Hunter, but that only brings him to level 2, and now with the Demon Hunter on level 3, that means that we're gonna see even more mana burning from him. So those two Orc heroes can already kiss their mana goodbye. That's not really gonna help. And as p1nke drops down to 36 supply, he pulls the brakes and immediately moves out of the town portal. So a big battle here, won by the Nightelf player as he takes the advantage. And can now also take down the Augur Mauler and focus a little bit more on creeping as well. So you can easily go for those existing camps on the map, try and get a couple of items, trying to get a little bit of gold, and just try and snowball this game a little bit. So far, he's actually doing fairly well here. I mean, Demon Hunter's on 3.5 now, Brewmaster is closing on level 4. And the advantage in hero levels alone is pretty sick. At this point, not having a single level 3 hero is a massive problem for the Orc player. And p1nke is now trying to remedy that fact by simply attacking the creeps over the shop, baiting them down, and trying to take the Follows Troll Warlord down. So that should at least grant him the next level, and also, of course, some items. Talking items, Pandaren Brewmaster now with a double Cloak of Shadows. I keep saying that if you have a double Cloak of Shadows, you should get some benefit from it. Maybe you can walk around while invisible or some shit like that. But there needs to be something. You should be able to stack that stuff. Obviously, he sold both, so we have potions of lesser invulnerability in a potion of full invulnerability for him. Shadow Hunter also with the Undead Aura. Scourge Bone Chimes are now in. So that's the thing. And all the way up to the top right, we still have Sonik with his 47 supply. Trying to get an Ancient of Lore into play. A second one. And has a Tree of Eternity tech going strong for him. Yeah, Stronghold still. p1nke doesn't tech to anything. He's at 49 supply right now and is just trying to do his thing. Creeping a few more camps will definitely help. And talking about helping, those Serpent Wards, if he gets those to a decent level, they will wreck anything that is unarmed. So that's going to be a huge tool in his arsenal later on. And off we go. Everybody starts to jump in as we're currently having the creeps down here at the bottom right being attacked. So, nicely done with this. And Sonik, of course, at the same time is just like trying to take a couple of those camps down as well. And is creeping the entire right side of the map and has now even found the Vampiric Aura for his Demon Hunter. So both of the players now have the Vampiric Aura. And in addition to that, the Staff of Preservation. Non-Nightelf players call that the Staff of Cheating. If you've never seen that thing before, nothing more frustrating than you focusing down a Nightelf unit and then all of a sudden it's like zip and it's gone. So only to reappear a few seconds later with full HP and full mana. So yeah, if you are not a Nightelf player, that's an item you definitely don't like. Shadowhunter, on the other hand, yep, looking at a Khaldor's Gem of Health, so that bad boy all of a sudden spots a pretty severe hit point pool, which is kind of nice to keep that second hero in play. Kodo Beast, a little bit low. That's when you need to do more cardio. The cardio is really, really slow, therefore the last one to make it to the army and gets a couple of free hits in by those Dryads. Kodo 1.5 HP, you want that aura. First time I played WarCraft 3, when it was released and had no idea what was going on. Kodos looked very appealing. They are fat, they cost a lot of gold, they cost just a lot of resources in general, look at supply. And then I masked Kodos and all of a sudden realized that they don't do shit. So, yeah. Probably don't want to mask Kodos. Unless you're trying to go for a Devour strategy and you're just going to fun around a little bit. That's a different story. But as it happens, it's a little bit of a base raise. Look at that. And with Raiders in the mix, there's 3 of them. They do siege damage. That is going to hurt those Moonwells quickly. I'm not quite sure if Sonik really wants to make that play. I mean, of course, there's going to be a repair on that Town Hall. I think he's going to lose a lot here. He needs to be a little bit careful. He has much better heroes than his opponent, has good items too, but he's losing Moonwell after Moonwell right now. And that's a massive problem. He's already supply blocked. the one advantage that he has is that p1nke doesn't have a shot at the Tree of Eternity just yet, so he directly starts to take down the main structure. But at the end of the day, that just means that Sonik has to win a fight right now. Without Raid, I mean, the Raiders alone, guys, they are murdering this. Just look at this. The entire base is currently starting to disappear. A fight would be good for Sonik. He's currently in a much better position with heroes, and he has also more supply than his opponent. It's 43 against 50, but that Tree of Eternity is nearly down, and this is getting a bit nasty. We have a couple of the units already trying to eat straight into the forest here, so pretty much Sonik has figured out that he's going to lose that base race anyways. But he thinks, well, I have a base going on down here, already built another Tree of Life, my opponent doesn't have anything, so I'm going to win that in the long run, and my heroes are going to take him down in any fight as well. But I did not expect a base race as a conclusion of a game in round 2 of the tournament, so that is a little bit weird. Already the base down at the bottom left, but of course this one has been sniffed out. The problem that he has is, oh, you can't lose that Sonik. He moves a wisp up to the top to build another structure. He definitely has the gold for it, but that Ancient of War actually moving straight into those creeps, that was a problem. Yeah, so pretty much at this point, we're going to play Hide the Moonwell. And that's a game that Sonik is going to win. That's the annoying thing going up against the Nightelf player here. So as you can already tell, the Orc base is not made to last either. Sonik is taking one structure after another down, and I'm not 100% certain if there's any P1nkes left on the map. I honestly think he lost every single one of them. So if he doesn't plan on losing that game, then p1nke would probably be well advised to try and face that army, because a base race is something that he just can't win in the long run. He will have to take that down. And yeah, he's on the move now, but that is a little bit late, so I don't really think he can do a whole lot here. The Raiders are trying to chase down those wisps, but let's be honest, he won't be able to get all of them. And as you can tell up here, that's another Tree of Life that's being built, which also means that Sonik won't be revealed, but p1nke will be. And there's nothing else that he has, and well, that's game. So entire structures were taken down, Orc player loses, and Sonik advances to the next round of the tournament.